Live, and we're live. Okay, Bex, we're live.
Good morning and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Spirit Sessions of View of the Light, where we bring spiritual ideas and concepts to your everyday. I'm asking today for you all to share it out, like it up, and get the word out, spread the light. You know, we're trying to share these messages with everybody and be able to really help each other, walk each other through this crazy ascension process that we're going through, which I could say personally has been very interesting the past few months for me. And I know that my sisters here have also been having some fun with this, you know, being all over the place emotionally and everything, energetically. And today we have Lisa Winston with us, who is absolutely amazing and such a bright light in this world. We're so excited to have her with us. So if you share this video out today, you will win a mini reading with me. We'll announce that next week on our show. Today. Today we announce who won with me. Next week you win with Rhonda. So if you share it out today, you win with Rhonda. It's so good to be back here with you guys, and I'm so excited to be back in the flow after being on vacation for 2 weeks. So we'd also like to ask our viewers to let us know where you're watching from. It's fun to see where everybody's hanging out from and, you know, see how global we are. It's pretty cool to be able to connect with people all over the world. So thank you for joining us. And Rhonda, would you like to introduce our guest?
Hi, I'm pleased to introduce Lisa. Lisa has been teaching spiritually as well as coaching people in the mindset and authenticity for years. She's also an energy healer and has risen above many difficulties. And she speaks into how life is always happening for you, not to you, and the challenges and catalysts for change. They are sent to refine, not define you. She's a television host on, and she's the best-selling author of Mindset Strategist. Oh God, my name. Sorry, everybody. You can find her on mindsetresettv.com, where she co-hosts a show with Robert Clancy, who's been on our show as well. And I've put all her links in the links in this video. So welcome, Lisa. And Lisa today, because the energy is really high, has happily said she would start the show off with a settling meditation for us all, because we can all use that today.
Boy, we can.
And welcome, Lisa.
Thank you for having me, you guys. I'm so grateful to be here. Yeah, I was just talking about how I was feeling kind of anxious today, which is not my norm. So it's definitely the energy. But what I'd love to do is, it's really short. I just told you guys, I talked to you and I'm to the people that are viewing everything right now, that, you know, present moment awareness is so incredibly important. Connection to your source, finding stillness and peace and answers there. So I'd love to guide you guys through just a really short meditation so we can all get centered and grounded, and then we can have a bunch of fun after that. So,
Awesome.
yeah. All right.
Perfect.
So if everybody just take a couple of deep breaths. Close your eyes. And I'm already grounding and center for you. I'm centering, I'm seeing the light coming down through your crown chakra, the top of your head, you know, down through your body, into the earth, down into Mother Earth, centering you, grounding you into that energy. So what I want you to do, though, is I want you to become very still and present. You're going to see things going through your head, thoughts, you know, ideas. And what I want you to do is find anything in your body to focus on. You can focus on your breath, which is always amazing. If you have an ache or pain, you can focus on anything in your body right now. What I want you to do is be here now, be present now. Feel into your body now. I want you to feel your body in your chair. Feel your sits bones against the back of your chair. Keep breathing. Don't stop breathing. I want you to continue to breathe normally. I want you to feel your feet against the floor. What does that feel like? Maybe feel your hands against the arms of your chair. can feel into your heart beating. Again, you can feel into your breath. And if those thoughts try to take you back someplace else, I want you to bring it back in and find a focal point that you can focus on right now. Present moment awareness is where the peace, the stillness, the answers lie. Connection to source. Keep breathing. And you can even take this a little bit further and you can focus on what you're hearing. Like I'm hearing my refrigerator right now making a funny noise. I'm hearing the birds outside. What are you hearing? What might you be smelling right now in this moment? Breathing. And I feel a lot of tension in the group that's watching today, so relax your shoulders, let them drip to the floor, continue to breathe, be present, no multitasking. You can even tune into what you're seeing. What are the colors you're seeing behind your eyes, your eyelids? Are you seeing anything from your third eye? Are you seeing a burst of white light, sparkles? I'm seeing something purple fly by. What are you seeing? Continue to breathe. Continue to relax. You can even focus on a pain that you have in your body right now. Just focus there. And remember that pain is just energy that settles in your body, in an organ, in a spot, in an area. Just allow it to be there. Be present with it. Send it love. Feel it. Notice it. And let it be. Continue to breathe. And you guys are doing really well. You're going deep. All right. Nice. Take a couple more deep breaths. What a beautiful space this is. Everybody's brought such a peaceful space this morning for this meditation. Thank you. Now just feel the peace being in the present moment. There's no past, there's no future. All there is right now in this present moment. Get into it. Be in gratitude, give thanks for the day, for this moment, for each of us being together and being connected here to each other and to our source. And when you're ready, go ahead and open up your eyes. I could have stayed there for another 20 minutes. Woo!
It would have been nice.
Oh my gosh,
Ooh,
that was a
beautiful.
beautiful space. Yeah, that was a beautiful
Very
space.
beautiful.
It's
Way
so
better
important.
grounding. Way
We're
better
always
grounding.
someplace else, right? You know, be here now. I love that. Oh, thank you for that. I needed that myself.
Ew.
Way better grounding. Yeah.
Lots of hearts on
Oh,
that. Thank you, you guys.
Yeah. Lots
Awesome.
of hearts. Lots of hearts coming up. Lots of hearts coming up. We have
I
lots of
felt
people on.
daisies
Daisy?
behind my eyes. Yeah, daisies with they were like dark purple, almost just the darkest purple, and they had the yellow centers. And then I felt like two fairies coming along and multiplying, like it was one bouquet, then it was more. And it's like, oh man, I'm supposed to send this out to everybody. So I was trying to
I love
imagine that. It's like so cool.
I love that. Yeah, it's there's a lot going on when we focus there. You know, we don't even notice. Yeah. I'm sitting here sweating, you guys. I turned my air conditioning off and like I'm sweating. I'm in Texas, okay?
Oh.
So don't mind me if I start to,
Yeah.
as we say in Yiddish, schwitz.
Glistening.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, Kelly says that was a beautiful, beautiful love, Lisa. And Andrea was saying she loved it, loved it, loved it. Marcia's saying thank you. Eric says hi there. Ashley, Elizabeth said that was amazing. Thank you. And Deborah Cole says so peaceful. Thank you. Lots of hearts and lots of prayers. And Gabrielle said it was powerful too. So Connie said thank you, it was very calming. And that's what we wanted to do, was bring that in to everybody's space this morning, because there's some really high solar energy being ejected towards us. So I think it's stirring up that with the full moon energy. We're getting a whammy of lots of emotional stuff. So on this post, I said, how do you get to your heart space? We want to know how you get to that miracle space. And what is the miracle space? So if you could explain those two things, then we'd be happy.
Well, I love that. Your heart space, I mean, in reality, you guys know that I'm dear friends with Joe Vitale, and I'm working with him a lot, collaborating with him a lot. And he's the one, a year and a half ago, when I interviewed him for my one of my summits, I literally had a shift in my reality. He and I, our connection was so powerful together that he talked about the miracle space. Literally, the miracle space is here now. We're all looking for miracles, waiting for miracles. You are a miracle. This moment in time, in this space, everything that's happening around us is a miracle. And when he said that to me, I literally shifted into a miracle space. And that's what started my journey that I told you guys about, where I got the hit to go back to be with my mother, the book, everything just unfolded from that space. And I found myself in a space where things were falling in my lap. I didn't have to do anything. And I was in such gratitude. I couldn't even hold it. I was just in tears. It was so big. And that's when I really started connecting at an even deeper level to my heart space, because, we're love. This is all about love. And when you go to the gratitude space, when it's that big, you are in that divine love, in that miracle, in the moment. So it really is a shift in perception, a shift in consciousness, a shift in the way of being, and a shift in the way you think every day. And you can practice shifting into that space on a regular basis. I hope that answers the question.
So how would you give a couple of suggestions how people can do that simply? Is it simply by doing what we just did? Or is there some other tips you can give us that we can get there? Something that you found helpful?
You can read my book that's coming out in the fall. It's all about that.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah. So.
Yeah. No, the thing that happened with Joe was amazing. But again, we have to remember that anything can happen in the blink of an eye, can change in any moment. So again, if we change our ways of thinking and being and doing, and our mindset to, I believe in miracles, I believe this is a miracle space. For me, I started working on gratitude years ago, and I used to lay there and they always say, get up in the morning, be thankful for your bed. And, and I'm like, yeah, blah, 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 right? I wasn't really feeling it, So I got to a point where this is why I started with the present moment awareness, you guys, because after I had that experience with Joe, and then before I went into getting the hits about going back to be with my mother, I literally made a commitment every morning to get up and talk to my angels and my guides. And I really started to, first thing in the morning, ground and center, connect, have a conversation with them. I would use my tarot, my angel, my oracle cards, get incredible messages. And I really committed to gratitude. Like, even if I didn't feel grateful for something, I would really commit to practicing gratitude. And something miraculous happened in that commitment. As I started to practice it, I didn't feel it at first, something shifted. And that's when I would be driving down the road, and I'd have these moments of gratitude overtake me where it was so big, I was bawling. I was like, I was in such awe and gratitude. I wanted to be on my face. And that happened more and more and more. So for me, it was making a commitment, to practice every day, and focusing on gratitude is huge. It's one of the biggest things you can do. Also believing that this is a miracle space, knowing it, and again, that's a big, knowing is different, but believing, you have to start the process somewhere. And then taking those hits that come in, those intuitive hits of things like, I always say, do the opposite of what the world says. But when you get an intuitive, that's why it's so important to be connected to your source, so you can hear your inner voice and your inner guidance. Because when those hits come, you want to take those if they're aligned with you, And that leads you to your next best step and your next best step. That's how I met Joe. Synchronistically, that's how he and I got together for dinner, and we started evolving our friendship. If I wouldn't have been connected and I wouldn't have been listening and I wouldn't have been in gratitude, none of that would have happened. So it's really a matter of just getting connected and committed.
That's cool. And you have a book coming out. What's your book's name? And when is it coming out? And where can we find it?
Well, hopefully we'll be able to
How
find
is
it
that?
everywhere. I know, that was great. It's called
I
Your Turning Point. And it's how to break
Your
free
turning
from
point.
Yeah, how to break free from a life of limitation and break through to a life of miracles. And Joe actually wrote my foreword. And he's actually the reason that I finally wrote, after 20, 25, 30 years of trying to write books that never materialized. A lot of us have had that experience. And I wrote the whole book while I got that hit to go back to be with my mother. My mother was dying, and I was taking care of her 24/7. I literally wrote the book during that whole period. It was all this miracle space. And I'm finishing it up right now. But anyway, we're hoping to get it, released in the fall, and you'll be able to get it, I would imagine, on Amazon and anywhere. But I think it's going to help a lot of people.
Yeah, it's pretty profound that during your mother's death that you found that miracle space. You found that. Well, no, there's nothing like death to appreciate our life, but that's the gift of death. That's the gift of death. It lets us really enjoy our life as day by day, moment by moment. I think that's maybe what you found, and your mom's journey was pretty profound for you too.
Yeah, thank you for asking about that. I think it started with, again, that connection. And back in November, December, I got an intuitive hit to go back and be with my mom. And this is where the whole thing started. I was like, well, I see my mom once a year. She's 87, okay. And I was, had my coaching business, and I was living with a roommate, but I got this intuitive hit to sell my furniture, put everything in storage and drive back east. And I was like, I don't know what that's about, but I'm going to say yes because it feels aligned. It feels true. So I did that, and I had a lot of things happen before, I went back. But when I was driving back, and unbeknownst to anybody, my sister called me halfway, and she said, we just got a call from the doctor that mom's just been diagnosed with breast cancer stage 4. She's dying. And that's when it hit me that, the universe knew exactly what it was doing. I just followed. And then it was so cool because with my father, who had died 8 years previous, I didn't have closure because I was away and I was working, and I didn't know he was passing. But my mom and I got to spend a lot of really intimate, beautiful, sweet time together. And even though it was difficult taking care of her because she had cancer on the outside of her body as well, and it was very, very difficult, I felt really complete when she passed. She was ready to go, and I had the opportunity to go there. And again, that all came from that intuitive hit and following. Even when it didn't make sense, even when I didn't know what was going on, I said yes to it. And that's what happened. So that is the miracle space. When you say yes to what's aligned, just watch it unfold. Just watch it. It's beautiful. Breathtaking. I can't even explain it. There are no words for it. It was such a miracle, the whole thing.
I understand. I kind of, yeah.
You guys get it. Yeah.
Yeah. I understand. We have a little group online where we have a little grateful group, and every morning it's nice to have something that you are made to do, so you're accountable, I guess it is, to a group, and we're thankful for things, and we have to make it different things every day, so it makes it a little more challenging. But so we have to think. And it's like, I'm grateful for my bed, and I wish I was here, but
Right.
But I see there has been a shift. There's been a shift in me. Just a little bit less attitude and snappiness. But
Awesome.
just being more thankful and patient. I don't know about you guys. What do you think, Bex? You've been doing it. Teresa, you've been doing that too. How's that been for you guys?
Yeah, I haven't been so good at or typing it out. I do it. You guys, every time I get a notification that you guys are, on there typing your things, I connect with your gratitude, and it also helps me to, throughout the day, because we have people in the group who post throughout the, in the group throughout the day. So it helps to keep that gratitude on the surface. Even though I'm not so good at putting mine into words, I still feel that energy, which is really awesome. I love that. I can't always put it in words. I can't always say what I'm grateful for. I just grateful.
You just feel it. Yeah.
I do. And so it's hard for me to be like, okay, today I'm grateful for, and then I feel like I limit myself
Yeah,
I try too hard
that's
to
true.
put
Yeah.
it, put it in words, and I'm like, this just doesn't feel right. I don't want to type this. So I kind of stopped typing it, but I really do. I love being able to connect with the gratitude that flows through, all the people that are
Yes.
acknowledging what they're grateful for. So it's been a
Yeah.
blessing. Absolutely.
Lisa, can you tell us about your show? Because I know that's a big part of your life right now, and it's quite a cool thing. And we've had the privilege of talking to Robert, and you're co-host with him, and we've had a lot of fun.
Oh,
So
yeah, thanks for asking. I love Robert. I adore him. He and Joe were my angels that got me actually through the whole experience with my mom. They were with me daily and sending me angelic light and prayers and love and hugs and all kinds of things. Robert Clancy and I met maybe 2 years ago. I actually interviewed him on a summit. And in this past year, we were kind of led back together synchronistically. And we tried to start, the show online on Facebook, and we weren't getting a whole lot of engagement. And so Robert and I were kind of holding an intention, to have a greater impact with the show. And I don't know if he told you the story, but he was led to me synchronistically. He thought that I was somebody else. He saw a face. It was me. Anyway, this whole thing that the universe did to bring us together, right? And I'm there taking care of my mom. And he calls me one day and he's like, hey, we just got picked up by a network. Do you want to, reach 164 countries and 500 million people? And I'm like, what? This is the miracle space. This stuff was just like falling in our laps. And we were laughing because, Robert and I haven't known each other for 2 years, but we've known each other from the chest up. We haven't even met yet in person, and we adore each other. We talk to each other all the time, and we do the shows together and everything. But he is such a blessing, and I love this show because we did a soft launch on the Easy Way Network, and we're actually going on to the iLaunch Global Network starting the beginning of September. So we'll be on, Roku, Amazon Prime, all of the cable boxes and all that.
wow.
But it really is about bringing that shift in perception to people, because a lot of times you'll have those aha moments. You're stuck in your head and your thought and your old patterns. And when you hear somebody talk about, because like we have celebrities, we interviewed Joe and we interviewed Dee Wallace and Kevin Sorbo and all kinds of people. And the cool thing is that they're all people, and a lot of them have had, like everybody else, right? Challenges, major challenges. Like you'll hear Kevin Sorbo's story about having a stroke while he was doing Hercules, which shifted his whole life around, So this is what we want to bring to mind, because when people, if they can just hear somebody else's experience and have that aha moment, that shift, it could literally propel them into a whole different, direction in their life. So that's what we're really trying to do, reach the masses with bringing new perspective on things. So yeah, it's a blessing. And Robert is a blessing. He's such a gift. I love you, Robert, if you're watching.
It's cool because with
Well,
the
if you shared it out to
awakenings-
Robert, he probably is.
Yeah. With the mass awakenings right now, all these people that you have on sharing their stories are going to activate so many people, to be able to start to align with their soul purpose and their, having a greater awareness and understanding of everything they're. So
it's like you guys are doing. We have this mission. We have this mission to make a greater impact, and us getting out there and sharing is the only way to do it. So I love what you're doing too, so much.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
We love what we do too, and we love what you do. We love watching you.
Yeah.
Love, love, love.
Yes.
So much love.
Such a great. But I hope you're feeling more grounded. We really appreciate you coming on, and we hope to watch you as you grow and in the network and bring more light to the world, because with your light, it expands. Like I said, it just takes a candle in a dark room and everything's bright.
Love you,
and
girl.
you're a candle in the world. So it's lovely. And we on our show, we are amazed in this miracle space because of all the lovely people that we get to meet, and we think, wow. But you're right, they're just people, but they're just amazing people. And that's the whole point of our show, and the whole point of the Akashic Academy is to spread light. And that's to be the good news, the real news, not the fake news.
Thank you very much.
If you want to watch the positive shows, watch shows like Lisa, watch shows like ours, watch the ones that are set up on Akashic Academy. So much better than cat videos. Sorry.
Sometimes.
This is your cat.
We all need some cat videos.
Yeah.
Cat videos.
Yeah.
But, So many different perspectives here on the Akashic Academy network with all the shows through the week, so you can always get your little hit of light every week, every day during the week. So
You are all
keep on
beautiful, and I
watching.
love each one of you. Thank you so much for what you do and
Thank
for
you.
having me on today.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Teresa, do you want to give the announcements, and by the end I'll find out who won last week? I hope.
All right, go
I'll
ahead.
post it in the comments. Sorry, bad Rhonda. Bad Rhonda
I
didn't do her
love
homework.
that. Oh no. I was getting a message for Lisa coming in. It's about the book actually, and it's like it's going to reach a lot of people, but there's almost like a certain someone who's reclusive and in their house who's going to be holding your book in her hands, and it's going to change her life. The last few years that she has of it, I don't know who this is or what, but it's a particular. I've never gotten such a particular message, but it's going to bring light to somebody who's sitting alone in their own darkness.
I
They may
feel
reach
that.
out more in the end or something. It's a certain person. I don't know who, but your book is going to go and help so many, like all of us who want to actively get it, but somebody else, it's going to end up in their hands, and it'll be the truest blessing that they've been waiting their whole life for.
Oh my gosh,
So,
that really, I just feel
so
that through my body. Thank you so much for that. That's beautiful. Thank you.
thank you.
Ooh,
And so,
cool. So cool.
next after our
It must have
show
been
at
that meditation.
yeah.
Opened everything
I
up,
don't
right?
know. It quieted down, and you got a specific message. I swear to God, that's must have been it.
Yeah, I love
So
it.
don't miss Kathy Holmeyer. She's next with Nourish Your Multidimensional Body, and that's at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, 12 o'clock Central and Pacific. What is it, 11 or something? Yeah, that time zone dyslexia kind of hurts.
Me
Yeah,
too.
And,
it's
and
Pacific.
And then we've got Janelle Cameron, the Cosmic Ascension Report. And it's like, I can't go to bed without that because actually my daughter has so many ascension symptoms. And I like to listen to Janelle's show. And I go, oh, remember what you were saying? Well, Janelle was just talking about that. So don't miss Janelle's show. It's powerful and it's amazing. And then I wanted to say next week our guest is going to be Ronald Schaefer. So you want to stay tuned for that. And okay, I got a couple more announcements here. Did you guys know that we have our own YouTube channel? It's the same name, Spirit Sessions, A View of the Light. So go to our YouTube channel and you can catch all of our episodes. We also have a Facebook group for that. So no matter what, there's ways you don't have to miss a single episode, but go and subscribe to our YouTube channel and it'll help us out quite a bit and we would appreciate that. And then the Akashic Academy, like the page and get so many episodes. I mean, like I said, there's 3 shows today and almost every day of the week there's something positive for you to watch and turn to. And then we have a secret membership group for $11.11. Yes, you get even
Woo-hoo.
more with Emily and Nick and personalized attention and stuff. It's like so amazing. And so this is where we all come from. This is where we've built and grown out of, from the roots of the Akashic Academy. Look how much is coming. So you definitely want to be a part of that. And I think that's all of those ones. I'm ready to announce the winner now.
Or send it to me. Yeah. Marla Torres, you turned
Marla!
out the
Woo,
most last
woo,
week.
woo. So
Yay,
Marla
Marla.
wins the
She's
session
she's
with
a
Bex
faithful
Marie.
viewer.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, and faithful
that's
friend,
great.
that thankfulness group that we're telling you guys about, it's a thankful chat. Marla is the one who started that for us. And so it was her divine intuitive hit. And so it was like, woohoo. And so she keeps us all going and adds new members. And so that's really cool. Next week is going to win a session with Rhonda. So share it out today. Share it out more than once. If you want to win a session with Rhonda, you got to share it more than once. There's always a lot of ties at 2. So be the one who shares it the most, and you will win with Rhonda. So woohoo.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing a chakra healing. So chakra alignment, balancing, Reiki
Ooh,
on
those are
for you.
powerful.
Yes. I love those.
Thank you again, Lisa. And where again can we find you, and what day can we find you on our show?
Oh, thanks for asking that. Yeah, our show right now airs on Mondays. That's going to change when we go to the iLaunch Global Network. I think it's going to be on Sundays. But right now, if everybody wants to watch, like tomorrow night, we're having Jaden Sterling. I love him. And it's on Mondays at 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern. And you can go to mindsetresettv.com. That's our website. And you can click on watch, and it's being live streamed from the Easy Way Network onto a page there. So again, mindsetresettv.com, watch every Monday night, 5:30 Pacific. And then I'm actually in the middle of, fixing my website. It's the old one, but that one is yes=success.com. So you can find me there if you want to get on my email list or whatever. But yeah. So thank you so much again.
Put those links in the. And
yes, thank you. Thank you. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you for hanging out with us. And
are you
such an joy today?
I want to hang out with you again.
Yes, we are so glad to be back.
You bring Joe when you launch your book. We'll have you and Joe on
okay.
and talk about your book in detail.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. Love you guys. Thanks again.
Love you.
And I just got to get in here to remember how to turn it off because it's been a whole week since I got back. Thanks, everyone, and blessings for the week.
Have a
and be thankful because you are a miracle.
Yes.